have some new orders for you. I have some new orders. Ever hear of Edrin 4? Jim Kirk got into a tussle with the Gorn there, and barely lived to tell the tale. Both the Gorn and the Federation have teams there now. I'd like you to back our new people up, in case the Gorn decide to engage in a little cowboy diplomacy. Stay safe out.
Welcome to the Sol System. All visitors to Earth Spacedock are required to fly close enough to the station for our tractor beams to lock onto your ship. Our automated systems will notify you when you are in position.
We're reading several Gorn ships on our sensors as well as the USS.
The book as well.
Captain, the Gorn are scanning us. They might not be talkative, but they are curious about us. Orders? I recommend caution when dealing with the Gorn. They can be easily provoked. We have entered the orbit of Edwin
Transporter
4,
room to
Captain.
bridge.
Lowering shields for transport. I'm detecting some unusual... Strange. It's... Captain, this...
Ah, there you are. Better late than never, huh? Ensign Skavron, Starfleet.
My tricorder's showing some interesting mineral formations beyond this ridge.
This looks like a good place to start our scans.
Nice to see a report was spot on for once. The mineral deposits here are remarkably pure. This carbon deposit is unusually pure. Apparently, the Metrons don't prepare half-rate planets. Whoever gets the mineral rights to this planet will be pleased. Very pleased indeed. My readings indicate there might be dilithium on this planet. I'll need to take more scans to be sure. The variety of minerals in the topsoil alone is astounding. Either my tricorder's broken. What the? Mortar fire! We'd better head back to... The mortars have closed off the pass! We can't reach the camp! Who would do this?
Look! Over there!
It's the Gorn!
Captain, this is Lieutenant Newman. One of the Gorn ships just exploded. They're blaming us and attacking our forces. On the way ahead of you, Captain.
Over there!
Way ahead of you.
There might be a way out of this infernal canyon further down the valley. We need a way out of this canyon, and I'm thinking that big rock up there is it. With a little Federation...
Behind us!
Have you read Captain... Good. Let's take these materials over to the bottom of that huge rock. Right. Ensign Hunter and I will construct the bombs we need to bring down this rock across the canyon. That's the easy part. It's up to you to keep those angry Gorn... Well, at least the Gorn are punctual. Keep them off us! Crush that cola good, Hunter! Not like that, finer! Careful with that! Potassium nitrate can react explosively with these materials. Now mix it with the coal. Carefully! I'd rather not get blown to pieces today, if you don't mind. We're just about done. Done! Now let's get these bombs in place. Well, now that Ensign Hunt...
The bombs are primed to blow. We should move to a safe distance.
Fire in the hole! Back in the academy, they said that in the battle of man versus nature, man loses. Well, take that, nature.
I hope the scientists are all right. The Gorn aren't known for their mercy. Looks like some Gorn came through here. We better hurry.
Thank you. Things were looking pretty grim there for a moment. The Gorn. They kept saying the deaths of...
Glad you're in one piece, Cap.
Looks like the Gorn have exercised the better part of valor, Captain, but the Zhengha's in rough shape. Captain McKinnon is hailing us now.
Good to hear from you. We're picking up Gorn warp signatures on our long-range sensors here. Thanks for covering us. Slow. Thanks. I hate sending it.
Captain, the crew of the Zhang were onto something. Not... Picking up debris from the Gorn ship. I'll shave...
It's the same ship as before. It's back to full strength though.
This space equal I see most
Captain!
You're quite the clever one, Captain. Too clever, I'm afraid. No one can know of our actions here today. Death, how regrettable, is necessary.
Federation. The hegemony will remember the rum.
So there was another...
All decks have reported in.
Good to hear from you. I've read Captain McKinnon's report. Sounds like things got a little rough on Edrin 4. Stay safe out there. Starfleet hasn't... Stay safe.
We've arrived near Deep Space K-13, Captain. This is odd. I'm not picking up any... No signals. Sensors aren't detecting... Captain, the other ships are raising shields and charging weapons. fleet ships assigned to patrol. Message from... No signs of combat on board the station, Captain. Sensors are picking... I don't like this. No one's at their duty stations. Those blast points on the wall are from phaser fire. There was...
The lights have all been dimmed, but it looks like sickbay's still operational.
Captain, I think I saw motion in that room to the left.
Stop where you are and turn about slowly. I need to determine if you are infected. Neural parasites. A life form last encountered by the crew of the Enterprise at Deneva Colony. Those to met, and what they are a life according to as a
Now there's a voice I wasn't expecting. I take it you heard my distress call then. Well, in case you haven't noticed, the station's been overrun by neural parasites. The wee devils are back with a vengeance. I'm afraid not. I'm in the auxiliary control room down on the engineering deck. The place is filthy with parasites, so you'll understand if I don't go out for a wee jaunt.
I have secured a small amount of security gear.
If we pass through the mess hall, we can access a turbolift to reach engineering. Whenever you are ready. These crew members, they're all infected by the parasites. Be careful.
The creatures continue to be resistant to tricorder scans, sir. It may be fascinating. I'm detecting an unusually high level of tachyons nearby. Based on these readings, it is possible that a temporal event has occurred on this station within the last 4.2 hours. The auxiliary control station is down the hall to our right.
Hi there. It's good to see a friendly face. There you are. I was beginning to get a bit concerned. Thought you might have been taken by those little beasties. I'll just lock the door so none of them can get in while we discuss our next course of action. Now that you're here, we've some work to do. The way I see it, we need to get to main engineering and turn on the station's ultraviolet lighting. That'll sort the nasty bugs out properly.
While I cannot attest to the ability of UV light to sort Denevan parasites, It will initiate a complete molecular breakdown.
Aye, she's a Vulcan, all right. I was trying to override the lighting controls from here. It looks like someone sabotaged several duotronic relays. We have to repair them if we're going to have any chance of saving the station. Before we go, grab yourself a kit from the crate there. It might come in handy. We better get a move on. Aye, this is one of the broken relays, right here. That one was easy. Just a few more to go. There are several ways through the engineering section here. Keep in mind that the parasites tend to stay in dark corners. Remember, the parasites like the dark. We devils that they are.
Our odds of success are greatest if we remain in well-lit areas.
This one just needs new fuses. There we are. Good as new. I'll have this fixed up straight away. That takes care of that. No trouble at all. Now this may be a bit tricky. Just a wee bit longer. There we are now. It looks like someone has overridden the command codes. You best get to the command center to see what you can do from there. I'll stay here, barricade the door, and keep trying to get those UV lights going.
Look! Who are those soldiers? They're definitely not stopping.
lights while the commander's down.
They're dying. All of them.
Salvage what you can and send a squad to kill the Federation vermin.
We need to talk. Actually, the name's Daniels. This may be a little difficult to absorb, but recent events may make it more plausible. I'm actually from the future. I can't tell you how far. Just that it's a future worth protecting. That's why I'm here now. The aliens we're fighting are called the Nakul, and they're waging a temporal Cold War with us. They're trying to change the timeline here in order to disrupt the future. Understand that I follow a temporal version of the Prime Directive. There's only so much I can reveal to you. Trust that we're doing the right thing here. I can't tell you how far, just that it's a future worth protecting. Time's a factor. We need to stop the Nakul from obtaining the neural parasites. The Nakul ship that brought these invaders is now fighting the USS Ptolemy. Someone must have sent a distress call. Unfortunately, Ptolemy is no match for the Nakul. Neither is your ship, at least not alone. We should eliminate the parasites on the ships you fought earlier. Those crews will help you once their minds are their own again. It's risky, but it's our best shot here.
We can return to the ship on your orders. The Ptolemy is holding the Nakul off while we rescue the other ships, but they won't last long. K-13 is hailing us, Captain.
I'm transferring command codes to you now.
This is Captain Seralt of the Ptolemy. We have engaged the enemy ship, but we are outmatched. Please restore those ships and join the fight quickly.
That did it, Captain. Looks like everyone's coming around. The parasites are gone.
This is Captain Doherty of the USS Myrmidon. What?
we're in for a right bumpy ride. Everyone's aboard. Get us clear before that portal blows. There she goes. I don't think anyone's ever seen a station do that.
Captain, 4K13 was built.
Perhaps not. Well then.
I apologize for springing all of this on you at the last.
System scans clear, Captain. Looks like every...
Let me get this straight. K-3, stay safe out there, Lieutenant. We have a problem.
Captain, I need to speak with you in my quarters. I think it's time for that explanation I owe you. Captain, I need to... There's more to this mission than you realize, Captain. Something's not right. I'll explain shortly. All right. I appreciate your patience. I'm what's known as a temporal agent. It's my job to preserve the timeline. You helped me stop one temporal incursion at K-13. There's been another at Babel, and I could use your help with it. Welcome to the Temporal Ready Room. I use it to monitor the timeline. The Nakul have sent agents to a critical point in time. We believe they disrupted the Babel conference in 2268 aboard the USS Enterprise. I want to send you back there to stop them. You'll be sent back to a point shortly before the conference begins. I'm sending one of our best temporal agents along. I believe you've met.
Nice to see you again. It's been some time. For me, at least. For you, I see hardly any time has passed at all. It must be strange to see me looking, older.
Once you're on Enterprise, deal with the Nakul and make sure the conference proceeds as planned. You'll have a temporal transponder, which will allow me to communicate with you and bring you back. You'll also have these bioscanners. They're short range, but will detect Nakul agents nicely.
Do the job right, and no one will know we were there.
situation at Babel shouldn't be happening. Something in the past has changed, and not for the better.
Let's begin by using Enterprise's sensors to look for signs of our time-traveling friends. The computer won't have any details on the Nakul, so you'll need to recalibrate the sensors manually on the bridge. Oh, and one more item to be aware of. Ensign Pavel Chekhov is currently on duty on the bridge, which is why I will be remaining here out of sight. As much as I would like to visit the bridge again, two of me in the same place would raise questions neither of us wants to answer. Let's get to work. I will check with you again after you are done on the bridge. I haven't worn this uniform for some time. It's a little snug. Nice work. I'm getting some readings from Deck 11, but I can't pinpoint them. Some sort of interference. We'll need to get close and scan by hand. Start with the mess hall. There are a lot of people coming and going there.
Vulcan, I would speak to you.
It does seem unavoidable.
How do you vote on the Corridon mission?
Sensors are showing that one of the delegates is leaving the lounge. Follow him. He might be trying to slip out before you can get a scan.
Is there something I can help you with? I'm well aware of that. I'm weary of listening to the Tellarite ranting at the Vulcan. I'd like to retire to my quarters. Of course. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be on my way.
Looks like they're on the move, though I'm still getting a lot of false readings on the sensors. Let's keep checking the deck. Like the old Russian saying goes, 2 heads are better than 1. Being here takes me back. It was quite a different time for Starfleet. Head back toward the reception. There he is. Wait, that's Ambassador Gal. One down, unlikely more to go. There's nothing we can do for Ambassador Gal, unfortunately. If memory serves, Captain Kirk was attacked next, on Deck 5. Captain's wound is serious. He'll bleed out if we don't help him. Stabilize him, quickly! Dr. McCoy will be here shortly to finish the job. Good. It looks like the captain is stabilized. We need to move. I've detected Nakul technology in engineering. It's complicated, Scotty. We've been sent back in time to keep the Enterprise from being destroyed. Aliens are trying to alter the future of the Federation. There's no time to explain. You have to trust us, old friend. We're here to help.
All right, lad. You can start by helping me keep this ship from blowing to pieces. And get rid of that bloody bomb, if you can. Divert power to the number 4 shield. Good work. Now check on that bomb. Auxiliary power to engines. Good work. Now check on that bomb. Repair teams to Deck 5. Good work. Now check on that bomb. The captain's ordering me to cut the power? I see what he's about.
We can't disarm this bomb, but we need to get to that Orion ship anyway. We can take it with us.
Why not just beam it into space?
We can't let that ship be captured. It has dangerous technology on it. Scotty, I need you to trust me. That ship needs to be destroyed. You can't tell anyone what happened here. It could damage the timeline irreparably. Besides, I'm captain now, so I technically outrank you.
All right, lad. I'll take you at your word. Once you're ready, I'll send you and that bomb over. Good luck to you. Energizing. Now, what's this?
The Orions will lock down their ship. We need to override their security systems. I'm going to try to attach the bomb to the Orion ship's engine controls. I'll need you to cover me. See if you can hold them at the doorway so they can't shoot me in the back. bomb is in place. Not much time left. We need to get out of here before we go down with the ship.
That was close. I'm glad I got you out of there in time. You're both valuable agents. Of course, no one will know what you've done today, with the exception of Commander Scott. That being said, this won't be the strangest thing he'll see in his career. Not by a long shot. Indeed. Comes with the job, I'm afraid. In the meantime, I can send you and Captain Chekhov back to your respective timelines when you're ready.
That was quite an adventure. I think you have the makings of a fine temporal agent, my friend. As good as it was to see Enterprise again, I have other duties to attend to. We're preparing for a very serious event, the Battle of Procyon 5. That conflict will determine the... but you don't need to worry about that now. Enjoy your time on the frontier of yesteryear, a time that will never come again.
A lot could have gone wrong today. We could have lost critical figures in history. Sarek of Vulcan, James Kirk, and the crew of the Enterprise. The list is long. However, the timeline was preserved, thanks to you and Captain Chekhov. The Babel Conference proceeds as planned, and Corridan is admitted to the Federation. Well done. I'll continue to monitor the timeline for incursions. I hope I can count on you again when the time comes for action.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
Things are heating up with... Stay safe out there.
The Federation shouldn't be having significant issues with the Tholians. I've pinpointed the incident in question. Setting temporal transponder back 2 years. We need to correct the timeline during the Defiance encounter with the Tholians. 268, and not a moment too soon. Pinakula clearly out for blood. Tholians are quite xenophobic. They may feel the Federation is part of the problem. We're being hailed by the Defiant. I'll remind you that our orders forbid us from telling them anything specific about the situation. I recommend deflecting their questions until the situation here is resolved.
Good to see you. We're in a real tight spot here. The Tholians were taking a serious beating when we reached the system, and the other ships opened fire on us the minute we dropped out of warp. Mind lending us a hand until we figure out what's going on?
This was a Tholian colony.
We need to take a little pressure off. Firm up our team.
Estimated Tholian casualties are in the thousands.
Vengeance. Vengeance for the children.
You have any idea what's going on here? There's nothing on these aliens in our computers or why they'd attack the Tholians, or us for that matter. Alright, do what you need to do. We'll talk about all of this when the shooting stops. Deal?
I know it doesn't feel great keeping information from the Defiant's crew, but believe me, it's for the best. I'll monitor the situation here while you assist the Tholians. Do what you can to save them. Good luck. I've found appropriate transport coordinates on the Tholian flagship. Hopefully you can convince them that we're not at fault here. If the Tholians go to war with the Federation now, it would be devastating on a galactic scale.
Sensors show the interior of the Tholian ship is too hot for us. You will need to put on an EV suit before going there. There should be extra suits in that crate over there. It would be logical for us all to equip them.
multiple Nakul hostiles, sir. They're all over the ship.
Reading only a few Tholian life signs. I'm detecting numerous Nakul life signs. More are on the way. Nakul reinforcements are on their way to your position. Staying alert. Flagship just spiked. Something's wrong, and I doubt the Tholians were at play.
Self-destruct sequence. We've got to shut that down, and fast.
Stop the ship from detonating, but they're not cool. They've killed Tholian colonists and even hatchlings ruthlessly. What they've done here is an atrocity. Remaining Tholians are close to your position, and more Nakul are on their way. I'd hurry if I were you.
Humanoid command unit, why did you kill your kind? This is irrational. Explain. Federation, Nakul, all humanoids are the same. Chaotic, irrational, peaceful, then not. Worry, then you leave. Those you call Nakul killed our people. Our children, all are dead. Our sisters must know. Leave now, Federation. Leave us to our final task. You cannot help us. Too late. The hatchlings slaughtered slaughtered, the colonists lost. Nothing can help in the face of this terror. We must send our message. Others will come. Leave now.
We've got enemy ships on an intercept course, including a dreadnought. We won't last long against a force like that.
Continue to fight, Nakul. Keep them from us while we contact our sisters. If you speak truly, you will not betray us.
We better get back to the ship before that Nakul dread... We better get back to the ship before that...
I've been monitoring the Tholian Queen's progress. She hasn't been able to send the signal to her people. Orders?
Okay, let's have a little chat. What's the situation here? Where did those alien ships come from? I'd like to, and I don't need to know, right? I read you, but it doesn't mean I have to like it. That big alien ship is still heading our way. Let's focus on that. Here they come!
Federation, you have proven you are different. Rational. This pleases us. We have sent word to our sisters. The Nakul will pay. The Federation will not. Now, vengeance for the salvation of a generation. Vengeance for our children.
The Queen's message has been sent through subspace and... The timeline is correcting itself. Good work. Now, we just need to help with... Oh no. The Queen is going to full impulse. She's gonna ram the Nakul Dreadnought!
Look at the Defiant. Perhaps a scan would be in order?
Scanning. I can't tell if there are life signs over there or not. Defiant appears to be phasing in and out of local space-time. The interaction of Nakul chronal energies with the proto-nebula has made this area of space very unstable and prone to rifts into other dimensions. We might be able to get a lock onto their crew with the computer's assistance and perform an emergency beam-out, but we'll need to act fast.
No. I'm afraid that this is their fate. This is one of the hardest things about being a temporal agent. We can only make the changes we have to make, not the ones we want to make. I'm afraid there's not. History states that the Defiant went missing, only to be found here weeks later by the Enterprise. Though they're lost, we now know that they played an important role in keeping the Federation safe, in protecting the timeline. For what it's worth, I will be sure their heroism is included in my report. The Tholians will remember this as well. This encounter may lead them to be more inward-focused, avoiding conflicts with the Federation, for the time being. At the very least, they will know that it wasn't the Federation that was responsible for the destruction of their colony convoy.
All decks have reported in, Captain. We're ready to return to our own time on your order. All decks have reported in.
Captain Archer had similar concerns when I worked with him. We often disagreed, but in the end, we were able to work past our differences and do the right thing. I hope you and I can do the same. Leaving Defiant to her fate was a hard choice, but it saved untold billions of lives. That has to count for something.
Congratulations, Lieutenant.
We have a situation in the Caleb system. The Klingons are massing a battle fleet in that sector. It's pointed at Federation space. I'm leading a force to respond to this aggression, and I want you to be a part of it. If they cross the line, we need to be ready for anything. Stay safe out there.
This is a pivotal moment in Federation history. The Nakul may attempt to disrupt it somehow, change the course of time. We'll need to look for signs of temporal flux. If they show up, we'll need to deal with them, no matter what.
Commands. This is Admiral Garrett, on board the USS Yorktown. I'm the commanding officer of this task force. Our long-range sensor platforms have detected a Klingon battle fleet massing near the system. At the moment, they're attacking our subspace relay network in order to disrupt communications and long-range surveillance in this sector. We have the Klingons outnumbered at this time. Should they abandon reason and follow a standard attack doctrine, fire to disable their ships if possible. A strong show of force should send them back to their side of the line. All ships, go to yellow alert. Garrett out.
The Admiral is hailing Klingons on all frequencies. No response. The Klingons are making an attack run.
Klingon formation is breaking. All ships, get chased. Ships, this is Garrett. Execute battle plan Sigma 4. Repeat, execute. Concentrate fire. Need to protect them.
Die in battle with honor oblige you.
I'm picking up a temporal anomaly within our ships. It's consistent with readings we've seen at previous Nakul incursions. I'm trying to interfere with the timeline. Leave that to me. I'll modify the transporter and beam you over, past your shields. Once on board, free the ship and neutralize the anomaly if you can. Hurry. We're literally running out of time.
Daniels beamed us into a barracks. I'm not picking up any security alerts. Looks like we got the drop on the Klingons. I brought several photon charges along. If placed tactically, we can use them to disrupt this ship's power grid and take down the tractor beam.
That door to the left leads to an engineering section. Good place to set a charge.
Section. Eliminate them immediately.
So much for the element of surprise. Damn! The door's locked and we don't have their door codes. I think I can bypass it, but it'll take a little time. Science lab over here. Probably the only one on a ship of this size. Another good spot for a bomb. Those charges will do some damage. Now we just have to find the tractor beam controls.
You need to finish them now. All of them. You don't understand how dangerous they are.
I don't need to do anything. Do not forget who is captain here and who is merely a visitor.
I've given you the means to victory. I suggest you use them. Now.
Noted. Though it seems we have other concerns now.
I warned you, Core. Deal with this. Don't fail me.
Well, well. I was hoping for Kirk, but I got you. Pity. So you're the Federation globflies who found their way onto my ship. A bold maneuver, to be sure. Bold or not, you remain insects. A minor nuisance to be exterminated, swiftly and without mercy. And in that way, we are alike, for we both are here to help ourselves. Today, I will take what I want in the Empire's name and use it to utterly defeat the Federation. and the Nakul. Should the time for war come, we will meet them in glorious battle. But for now, our goals align.
Charges are ready to blow. We should get back to the ship and take out the tractor beam. Are you ready?
Forgotten. You've done us all proud. Give them hell, my friend.
At least one starving officer has the courage to die there.
Your ship was destroyed in combat while protecting the retreat of Admiral Garrett's forces. Your sacrifice allowed Garrett to warn Starfleet about Klingon cloaking tech. But your ship was lost with all hands. At least, that's what's in the history books. I've brought you and the crew members I could save to the early 25th century. You're being recruited as a temporal agent. Since you're dead, we're giving you a new identity. We have a speed training and reacclimation process that will help you to fit in. I know this is a bit unusual, but you'll get used to it.
Transporter technician to Route 46.
Welcome to Earth Spacedock. Busy day on the holodeck, sir? I love dressing up for those historical holo novels too. My Harry Mudd costume took first prize last year. That being said, you're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Commander.
You're scheduled for a meeting with the top brass, so you might want to update your uniform beforehand. The Admiral can be a stickler for that sort of detail, after all.
Welcome to my shop. That's a fine replica uniform you have there. Mid-23rd century, yes. My compliments to your replicator. Now, if you'd like to update to something from this century, have a look around and let me know if there's anything I can do for you. Hello, you... Now you're looking... Hello, you can all... Now you're looking sharp.
Incursion reported in the Andor system. All available ships, please prepare for departure.
Welcome to the 25th century. We've been expecting you. Your new cover identity is in place, and Admiral Quinn's expecting you in the office behind me. Report to him for your orders. Remember, do not tell anyone about your status as a temporal agent. Your goal is to observe and correct, not to interfere. Greetings, how can I assist you today? Or in the future? Well, where do I start? I'm 157 years old. But that's only because I spent 90 years caught in a temporal distortion in the Typhon Expanse, serving as an ensign under Captain Morgan Bateson on the USS Bozeman. Much of the crew of the Bozeman found it difficult to integrate back into Starfleet. So much had changed. The Temporal Intelligence Agency took in many of my shipmates, due to our first-hand knowledge of events that occurred in the past. So, that's where I ended up. Greetings, how can I assist you today? Use the temporal transponder in your inventory to access temporal agent rewards. Greetings, how can I assist you today? I've recommended you for a command position on board a ship of the line. There are several fine ships available for an officer of your caliber. Head to the shipyard to select your new ship, then return to me for your assignment.
Arriving at Dock Bay 6.